All right, there we go. Looks like the chat's back. So I started this back up again. Second attempt, so we got the chat going. So today at work we had a 1 in a million chance. The code for an item, for the identifying code, was a 1 in a half million chance. So that was cool. A 1 in a half million chance for all the for the code to have all the same characters together. So that was pretty cool. We all thought that was cool. And the one guy, because there were all M's in the code, one guy asked if it tastes good. So that guy. I also learned if he ever asks for a favor, to say no, because he always asks that I could be quiet. So I learned to say no whenever he asks for a favor. So anything else interesting today? Can't talk about that because that's something that has to be work. I have to keep off the internet. Uh, got my money from the people that handle my money, so I got my cash for the week. Mm. When I walked into the building, was wearing my Crusader helm, which was cool. They like that. Um, then I basically just came home, got on Jerome ASF live stream. I did troll him. I trolled him by asking him if he could give a shout out to my imaginary girlfriend. Uh, so I'm really, fortunately, I didn't really clean today because how should I put it? It's kind of like cleaning isn't. It should be a more priority for me, but it's kind of like it doesn't really occur to me when things are mostly picked up to clean. So I guess it's like I get excited and then don't finish. So that's something I really need to work on, is figuring out how to finish cleaning when it's not that bad, to just finish it so it is really nice. So that's something I need to work on. To excuse me, the sweat, it's a little bit warm in my apartment. I didn't remember to turn the AC down. I have to turn it up in the morning. Hey, Vagabond, I have to turn up the heat at night, or else I don't sleep well. And then turn the temperature down in the day so that I can sleep, so I can get more comfortable during the day. But so right now it's a little warm, so I'm sweating. But yeah, I have trouble right now with cleaning because it's getting to the point where I'm comfortable, and I have to work on not being so comfortable. So that's something right here. I'm gonna write that as a goal. So don't be comfortable. This uh, Goggins talked about that, how you keep making yourself uncomfortable, that makes you grow. So yeah, when I'm talking these live streams, I'm actually it's kind of like talk therapy in a way. I actually talk about things I'm struggling with when it makes me come up with ideas while I'm talking about. So these live streams are kind of a way to talk um, my problems and come up with ideas. But also, it's good talking practice because I can slur my words a little, and I can often think I'm saying things I'm not. So it's good practice for when I start rapping, to be able to actually say what I want to say. I can actually enunciate and use and say correctly what I want to say. So this is good practice for that. But yeah, these live streams, how I go for longer and longer periods of time with live streams, it's really preparing me for rapping because I'll be able to keep going for a long time. Um, it's going okay. Like I said, I've started becoming more comfortable in my apartment, which is a blessing and a curse. Then becoming comfortable in my apartment, it's a blessing because I'm not going outside to go out to eat to spend money, so that's good. I'm not going out to eat. I've actually gone down a notch in my belt. I'm actually a notch slimmer. Other than that, oh, oh well. I don't know. I really don't know much about smiling because I have a very flat affect, but plus it's hidden by this, so. But yeah, I'm becoming more comfortable. So unfortunately, because I've become more comfortable, I'm like I said, I'm not going out to eat. I'm staying inside to eat, which helps me to save money. It's also helping me to lose weight because I'm actually a notch slimmer on my belt, so that's good. I'm not slimmer, but yeah, I mean, it's also negative because I'm not finishing cleaning. It's not completely clean. It's gotten to a point where I'm comfortable with it, and it's not really that clean. I mean, it's a lot cleaner. It's not that bad, but not to the point where I passed inspection. I need to the point where I would pass inspection. It needs to be there all times to really do well for me. So that's where it's becoming comfortable, and I can't be comfortable all the time. So um, that's something I got right there. Don't be comfortable. I'm actually kind of circle that. Actually, grab that in a square, just because it's not goal I'm really working on. Just something to bring attention to. Well, like I said, I have to clean for that. My drip pants are really bad, so I don't really know what I'd cook. Probably 100 or 200 calorie soup. It probably wouldn't be uh, very, a very big meal. It had to be something very simple, just for practice, just to practice it. That'd be something very simple. But yeah, I got that as there as a note. Um, so these chats also help me remember to stop being so autistic because I can get focused on one idea and not get hyper focused on one idea and not go around to different topics and be fluid and natural in my speech. So, does anyone else know Jerome ESF? I talked about how I trolled him a little bit ago. Trolled him on his video. Um, I sent a super chat asking him to give a shout out to my imaginary girlfriend. It can be, but it can also be boring to some people if I'm doing it in conversation. So people with autism can be hyper focused on one subject and not allow for conversation to really occur. So I just keep talking about this like for a long time and it doesn't really go through. Um, I think possibly part of the reason I have trouble with so much social media is I'm kind of lonely, and being lonely makes it so I go on social media a lot because I'm trying to get social interaction. So maybe going outside will help more. Um, Stop feeling so lonely. Uh, just going, just going outside will help. Being around nature that might help. Being around nature, I'm not sure. Um, let's try that. I'll try that. I'll write that down with the question mark actually. Just something to try. Sorry. Here goes the laptop. At least it didn't fall. That's good. I got there as a question. Be around nature. Hmm. Actually, got fairly early this morning. Oddly enough, because I drank water. I was drinking a lot of water throughout the end of the night. I just got up real early this morning without really intending to. So yeah, I just got up early. So that's something to really look forward to. Drinking a lot of water will help me get up early. So yeah, that's good. So, go from long arms to enjoy it. That's good. I mean, I something I need to work forward to maybe. Actually, I don't know. There aren't really any trails here. I don't think. I'm downtown, so I don't know if there are any trails. It's just. I mean, I can walk on the sidewalk. There's I can walk at the sidewalk places. There are some historical landmarks. There are some sites downtown I could go to. Um, hmm. But yeah, actually, I'm a notch slimmer on my belt edge. Actually, when I'm tightening my belt, bringing a notch in, I'm a little bit notch tighter now. So I'm slimming down a little bit, simply because I'm not going out to eat or going out to eat as much. I don't go out to eat very often anymore. I'm going out to eat sometimes, but it's a lot less. I mean, like crap, but I'm not going out to eat. So that's the first step, I believe, is stop going out to eat. And slowly, as I'm eating at home, slowly start working on my diet. Uh, but the first thing I gotta do, like I said, is stop going out to eat so much. Stop the addiction to going out to eat. That's probably the first thing I need to stop. I mean, I can't control what you do at your home. Oh, hi, Lice. Licey. Okay. So, yeah, actually, probably um, before I actually work on the weight will be um, before I work on the weight will be wrapping. So I gotta keep clean my apartment, clean my car a little bit more, clean those two things out a little bit. Um, those are more cleaned out. I'll actually take stuff out of my car tonight. Take stuff out of my car tonight to be able to work towards the wrapping. So take stuff out of my car, wipe stuff down in here a little bit, do a few remaining dishes. I do these things to help get myself all cleaned up, get the apartment all cleaned up, so I'm not distracted. Um, Watch some videos on wrapping and how to wrap, take notes, practice, stuff like that, and then go to live streams. But actually, um, being able to do these live streams longer and longer is making it so that I can keep thinking on my feet and I'll be able to rap longer and freestyle longer. No, I have not, but some of them are partial bills, so they wouldn't count. I watch anime more. I don't really read manga much. I know I should, but I don't read much. And actually, you know what? That's what I'll put down as a goal. Uh, hmm. That's it. Okay, one moment. Flashy. I'm gonna write down the score real quick, and I'll get to you. What was it? Got there for read. That'll be a goal. Uh, um, I love isekai, so I don't know what to say about that. Well, the only thing is I got so much going on. I have to take a few things first, just because there are a few things that just come before that I have to work on, unfortunately, and I have to do what I think is best for me, just because I think I have to do what I think is best for me. Um, so freestyle. Let me think of something to think about. Everybody doubted me. Everybody shouted out my name. Everybody talked about me. Everybody feared my game because now everybody knows my name because everybody knows my fame because everybody's gonna hear me say everybody's going to regret the very kids that they put me down, they shot me out, that they acted a clown, that they knew my name, that they put it out, that they put out my fire, they put out my desire to be the one that everyone knew about, that everyone would hear and everyone would shout my name on the streets. Sorry. Okay, yep, I need some practice, but yeah, like I said, coming soon. But yeah, it's coming soon. I'm going to be working on that probably in September. I mean, I'm a little worried about making noise for my apartment, my people upstairs. Um, I'm a little worried about that. I have to try to be quiet. I mean, I don't know what I don't know yet. I haven't met them, so I don't know what their schedule is as far as when they want me to be quiet, when they wouldn't. Um, like if there's a certain time of day, like their schedule. So once I figure that out, I can probably be louder certain times than others. So once I run into them, I'll work out an arrangement with them as far as when I can play music louder and when I can actually make noise, um, and so I don't disturb them. Because I know if they work certain hours where I could possibly disturb them while they're sleeping. I know I do not make beats, but yeah, that's probably why. I, I don't know when I ascended. I think a lot of it is just a lot of work on myself. Um, I still have a lot of doubt in myself because all the negative interactions I've had, but yeah, I have a lot of insecurities. Um, I get negative responses in public still, so I wouldn't say I'm completely ascended, but I'm definitely doing much better than I used to. Mm. No, I do not get in fights. Hi, buddy. Hmm. But yeah, I'm really pushing for September, um, because then I'll have a full month and a few days to have practice in freestyling. But once I'm doing good in the live streams, I'll actually go out in public and try freestyling for people on the street, develop my confidence, being able to do it at a convention. So um, I'm playing September would be a really good cutoff. Like I have to do it then because then it's like a full month and like a week or two, like a month and 2 weeks to really practice. So yeah, that's something I really need to focus on. Uh, it was my Panda. It was my Stormtrooper helmet. No, I don't rap battle. Actually, I don't rap battle. It's something I've decided not to do. And if you want to rap battle, all the respect to you, but I've decided I'm not going to rap battle. I'll freestyle and write raps, but I won't rap battle. It's just not something I'll do. No, I'm just not the kind of person that would go around insulting people. I just try not to insult people. I mean, sometimes I get bitter online, but in person, no, I wouldn't do it. Hmm. Um, okay. The only thing is I have to be very careful with what beats I use because of copyright claims. Um, the reason why is because in copyright claims, um, if you look at the beats you get on YouTube for videos, they say copyright free, but they also say you can't make money off of them. So, like, if I put these on the live streams and monetize the live streams, which this is monetized, um, I would get copyright infringement. However, in the audio library on YouTube, I can play those beats and monetize, and that won't be a copyright infringement because as a YouTuber, I have a license to use those. So those I'm allowed to use. because I'm a YouTuber, but YouTube gives me those selections. So. Let me look you up real quick, buddy boy. Okay, I'm looking you up. Okay, yeah. I have to do a more detailed search here. Look at your icon again. Okay. You don't have a channel? I'm looking for you right now. I'm on another screen, so I can't see the chat. I'll come back to the chat real quick. Oh, that's not you. Well, I haven't seen him in a while, so I don't know. There are a lot here that say Buddy Boy, so unfortunately, I don't know. I'm gonna have to scroll for a while to find you. That's not you. Yeah, I'm not really seeing you. There are a lot here called Buddy Boy, so. So, okay. Pretty good rock singer. Yeah, that's good. I mean, anything takes a lot of practice to do it. Oh, I found you, Buddy Boy. I found you. I found you there. You got 2 videos and 5 subscribers, it looks like. I'm looking at your stuff. Yeah, I don't see anything like that, but yeah, I found you. So I'll keep your tab open here. Keep your tab open here. So yeah. Okay, what else we got here? I'm gonna set some music up. No. Okay, so I'm gonna set some music up here. Uh-huh. So bear with me, set some music up. A little loud. Okay, there we go. Yes, I believe in God. Actually, he spoke to me once, so yes, I believe in him. Well, Vagabond, if you want to be famous, you better be prepared to give everything you've got to becoming good in your craft. That's one thing I can think of. Me, I'm getting prepared to give everything I've got. I'm putting it more and more work into myself. I'm preparing myself in my life to doing more and more stuff. I'm preparing myself to just get everything in the mindset where I can dedicate myself to rapping. I have to get everything set up so I can be in the right mindset. What did God say? He said, "Fear not, my child, for I am with you." That's what he said to me. Mm. I'm not like Eminem. It depends. I mean, we both had rough childhoods, um, but and we were both bullied bad in school, socially awkward as children. Worked at Burger King, uh, but other than that, I don't think we were really similar in a way. Um, that's really the only similarities I know of. But I don't know about other things like Eminem. I mean, there are some similarities, but there are also a lot of differences. So I can't say if I'm like Eminem or not. There may be some things I've shared with them, but there are also a lot of things I don't. So I mean, I didn't grow up poor, and I grew up in a middle class family. And I grew up with my father, so I mean, I didn't have a good relationship with my father, but he was still there. So there are a lot of things I have different from Eminem. But at the same time, I was also bullied in school. I was social awkward as a kid, and um, I had a rough childhood. So I see myself, and so I don't really know. Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't really know. I don't really know honestly. Uh, well, does Eminem have autism? I don't know. The thing is, it's like it's unclear because you can be socially awkward and not have autism. You can do that, but just because you're socially awkward doesn't mean you have autism. Um, so it's possible. It's also possible not. I mean, you've got a lot of people debating it, and unless we actually saw like the actual psychological records from when he was a child, it'd be very hard to do that. Even then, we're talking about past diagnosing, and diagnosing something from the past is very hard to do, even for experts. So yeah, it's not exactly something we would do. Uh, Eminem would have to be specifically tested for that, and I don't see himself doing that. So I don't know if we're ever going to see confirmation or just confirmation that Eminem has autism. So no, he did not. No, he did not. He did not make fun of it. Mm-hmm. So let's go in here. I wish he kept playing without me having to keep going back. Well, I post links for Discord. I think I've even put it. I believe I put in the about also, and even if I put in the about, it doesn't work. I mean, other people put Discords in their about links, and it doesn't work. So, I mean, I've got a Dakimakura ability on a Kronchar. So, let me put something down here. The Swedish Sign Language down as something. I know a lot of people. Well, maybe I will be the voice of a generation. A generation that talks about how it's okay. I grew up at a time when it was okay to make fun of disabilities. I mean, it was supposed to be wrong to make fun of people with disabilities, but it was still tolerated a lot. So I could talk about that, but I'm not sure how people will receive that. Me being in my 30s now, talking about that. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure how people will receive it. Um, but I need to figure out how to rap to figure out the younger generation stuff, figure out what's going on. But yeah, it's something to put here. I know a lot of people want me to learn languages, and I would like to learn their language eventually. Um, but I can only, like I said, there are a lot of people who want me to have goals that I can do. Actually, here's one. This is actually a goal a lot of people thought was impossible. A lot of people think this is impossible, but I believe it's possible. One-handed shoulder freestand push-ups. I know you've got room for that, but that's a goal I have. People say it's impossible. I don't believe that. I believe it's possible. Um, Eventually, I'm going to be doing that. But it's kind of like things are only impossible until someone does it. Um, there were people that said it's impossible to run a mile in under 4 minutes, and then someone did it, and then after someone did it, people started doing it. So it's something is only impossible until someone does it. We're pretty much, I mean, under most occasions. Well, I mean, my apartment's a lot cleaner, so that's action. Clean out my car, which is action. Get up earlier, which is action. Drinking a lot of water, which is action. Talking longer on these live streams is also action. It's preparing me to think on my feet and be engaging for when I'm freestyling and can think on my feet and be engaging. But I also need to be able to, like I said, do my research and whatnot and prepare myself mentally, because when you go through life, it's a battle. But yeah, some people don't like this, want to talk about this, but it is something that I talk about because I want people who are also suffering, who also have mental issues, to see that I'm suffering it, but I'm still going through, so they can be encouraged to keep going. My PTSD was a little rough today. I was going through anger and depression and whatnot because I was going through all this past. But I got to the point where I was like, okay, so I can either let this hold me back, hold me down, or I can pick myself up and get stronger. So, yeah, I still did this live stream even though I was down. I still did this live stream. So, um, yeah, something else I can do. But yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff here. So yeah, I can only do so much at once, unfortunately. I can only do so much once. Oh, actually, this morning, something I'm kind of proud of doing at work, I was disassociating. I was kind of my mind wandered. It happened a lot at work today. My mind was wandering. Also, other places, fantasizing about being all these other places. I realized I was disassociating and fantasizing. And when I did, I brought myself back. I'm like, okay, I need to focus on work. I haven't done that before, so that's an accomplishment for me. So that was an action for me. That's working the disassociation right here. But actually, there's a book here I'd recommend. Let me go get that real quick. Let me find that book I'd like to recommend. One moment. I'm going to put some music on. Turn that down. I'm going to go get the book. I'm going to be right back. I got a book I need to read and show you guys. It's over here, I believe. It's over here. There. Nope. There it is. It was over here. Let me come back over there one moment. Something fell. It fell to pick up. Here we go. This is an old book, Applied Imagination. It actually helps. It's a very old textbook. Um, it's a very old textbook. I don't know if they teach this anymore, but it helps a lot with basically figuring out how to use a wandering mind or how to be creative and how to apply it, your creativity, in a way that's productive. So that's something I really recommend. Um, so if you want the ISBN sometime, I'll put down the ISBN. Um, but it's really effective. It's really good. I did a chapter, and I started getting more and more creative. So I really suggest this book if you want to do things in life. It's really good thing. Um, I mean, are you trolling me or you're kind of weirding me out, man? You're weirding me out. Right now, I'm saving up as much money as I can to get uh, Shatner autograph. Hold on a second. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. All right, I'm back. Look at my pretty face. Uh, no, I just have. I've got to go fairly often, but no, it's not that. Um, I'm not sure what it is. It's not that. It's something else, but I'm not sure what it is. Even the doctors don't know what it is. Um, it could be an incredible amount of caffeine in my system. Because actually, I stopped drinking a lot of soda for a while, and it got better. So, yes, IBS is the current term for Crohn's, I believe. But no, actually, I think it's because I just have so much caffeine in my system, and I need to slowly limit that. But I think that's what's causing it. Actually, I need to slowly wean myself off caffeine. But I think that's what's causing it. That and anxiety. Plus, another big thing is actually my medications. Medications often cause that to happen frequently. Um, it's just a lot of medications cause that to happen. And I'm on a number of medications that can cause that. And also, if you wonder why I'm sweating so much, actually, one of my medications has increased perspiration as a side effect. So that's part of the reason why I sweat so much, is because of that medication. But yeah, if you wonder why I get sweaty here on these streams, it's because of that, and why I go so often, Could be a combination of the medications and caffeine. But that's probably why. Okay. So let's see if I can think of better goals. So I've got. I need to figure out if I have my D&D group tomorrow because that's Tuesday game. I don't know if the guy's back from Idaho or not. I don't think he's supposed to be back until the 27th. Oh, you know what I forgot? Today was my support group meeting, and I forgot about it. Oh well, got my support group meeting today. That sucks. I forgot my support group meeting today. Oh well. Oh well. There's a social outing. But so I've got my. No, I didn't. I forgot about it. It's going on like right now, but it's gonna be over soon. By the time I get up there, it'll be over. Unless I join on Zoom, I could join on Zoom, but it's like going on right now. So best thing I could do is join on Zoom. Yeah, the thing is, I forgot. It was supposed to be last week, but he was out of town, so it's actually rescheduled to this week. But it was supposed to be last week. It's supposed to be the second Monday of the month. Uh, but tomorrow is a day I'm with my staff, so tomorrow I need to get some groceries. I really need to go on the way to get some groceries, and I need to get my get that poster tape for my anime posters. Also, my behavioralist will be here, so she can help me clean a little bit tomorrow. If there's anything left over, at least organize my desk a little bit, get that a little bit cleaned up. Yeah. Let's see now, baby boy. Hmm. Um, I think I see it, but I don't want to play it, unfortunately, because I get a lot of trolls on here. So because I get a lot of trolls, I'm not sure. I have to be very careful and actually build a relationship with people before I trust them. Just because I can easily get people who want to give me copyright strikes and stuff. I get a lot of people who want to set me up. So I just have to build up a relationship with people, unfortunately. But I see it. I mean, I care. I'm trying to make a job out of this place. I'm trying to make a job out of this. I'm trying to make a career. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I still would rather know the person in person. Um, Simply because I get so many trolls on here. I really and I've gotten people to troll me before and try to get me in trouble, and I've fallen for it. Um, had to delete videos because they got me to do something I really should have done. So because of that, I have to not trust people online really. So I have to be very careful. Um, yeah, I could. I could listen to headphones. Yeah, I could. Um, what is Walkband, by the way? Because if Walkband, if Walkband is like some place you can upload to a site, if it's a site, then I can get permission from the site to use it. Uh, then I would be able to use it. But The thing is, I have to be able to go through the slide. I have to really like check all my bases, dot every I, cross every T. I have to be very careful. It's an app. Okay. Oh, here's the problem with the app. Um, Apps are very careful with licenses. Okay, so apps are very careful with licenses. Um, a lot of them are very limited in how you can use them for money. No, it's very serious. It's a very serious thing. Copyright's a very serious thing. It is a big deal. It is a big deal in this world. So I have to be very careful. But a lot of apps are read the fine print in the contract because sometimes they will say you can use them for money. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you have to buy the full version. Um, yes, but if you're using their app, they may have some rights to it still. Sometimes apps are like that. Um, that's just the way it is. Some apps are like that. So that's the thing. Sometimes you have to pay for a subscription and stuff. But that's just the way some apps are. You have to be very careful and read the contract all the way through with these kinds of things. That's the thing. If you sign a contract, read the contract. Everything. You go to work. When you're at work, read a contract. If you sign up for work, before you sign that contract, read the contract. Okay. Uh, do you have the contract? Okay, so you paid for it. Do you have the contract? Okay, but I really need to see the contract on that first, just so I can read the entire contract myself, because it has to say on there you can use it for monetized releases. That's the thing. I have to be very careful because YouTube is unforgiving. YouTube's really bad about that. They're very unforgiving. In fact, they'll even go back and copyright you for stuff from the past to get you off. Be very careful. It's a very serious thing. YouTube is very cutthroat, so you have to be very careful with YouTube, unfortunately. So this is, I'm sorry this is getting serious, but I'm just explaining, this is some very big stuff. No, I'm not gay. Okay. So you said, what was it called? I'll see if I can message them. Walk Band. So it's Walk Band. Um, Walk Band. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a note for myself right here. And I'll message them. So when I message them, I'll figure out if they're okay with me using that. Some places will be okay with me using it as long as I reference them, but I'll message them to see if I can use that. And if I can use that according to them, I'll do a freestyle eventually. I want to start doing freestyle. I'll do a freestyle involving that. Well, like I said, I don't know because it's different with different apps and stuff. Because it's not really for big professionals. It encourages individual uh, development, individual development of beats. So yeah, so basically, baby boy, what I'm talking about is I've got that written down here. I've got a tab here. Let me plug in my laptop. There we go. I'm back. Got bad connection. There we go. There we go. So, buddy boy. So I've got that here on tab here. I'll look them up. I'll message them, tell them the situation of what's going on between you and me. And if I get the go ahead, I will use your beat. Okay. But yeah, I got that right here. I got right here, this file tab. Yeah, right here, I've got you up. I think from looking at the video, it's considered as the one you recently uploaded. It's called Spanked. You entitled it Spanked, and here I got Walk Band app. Walk Band. Yeah, I've got it right here. So, yeah, I'll message them. Go back to the live stream. I'll message them, see what's going on with that. So, okay. Let's see now. How are my goals doing? So, I'm doing really good on more water, but that's just getting me feedback and feeling better. So, I really need to keep drinking more water. So that's really good. That's the action there. Go back to audio library, so it's back up. Here's something I really need to do. So it's multitasking. I need to work on that for my live streams because in the live streams I want to make them entertaining, engaging. So what I'll have to do is keep going back and forth between the chat and the live stream. And at first I'll be able to do pretty much everything in the chat, but if it gets too much traffic, I'll have to randomly pick some things. So I have to kind of like pick things from the chat and keep going. Just like grab something and go incorporate into the freestyle. I'll have to keep going back and forth super fast. Like look at this, look at the camera, think about one freestyle, the camera. I'll have to keep going back and forth. That's how I multitask. How I multitask because I have a general idea of what's going on. I kind of incorporate the little side method of look at the location of the task, and then I just keep going back between the different locations. So I have an area with each specific location. I have an area involved, and I just keep checking each individual location. That's how I multitask. Thank you, Vagabond. But yeah, I try to engage the live stream. That's how you keep people involved. So that's what I talk about. So that actually might be good. I'm doing that video with autism, how I multitask. Yeah, basically it's like the loci method kind of. What I would do at Burger King when I had to multitask is I would have a general area of where my tasks were, and I would assign an individual task to a specific location within that general area. So I would just keep checking the locations within the area, just keep checking and making sure of what's going on in each location and seeing if I could do something in that location. If I couldn't do something in that location in that minute, go to a different location. So that's what I would do. I would isolate locations and keep checking the locations in the area and just have the area knowledge of the location tasks. So that's how I multitask, is create an area in my mind with individual locations and assign each location a task. So that's how I multitask. Well, Vagabond, I'm not really sure what your sense of humor is then. some people don't get each other's sense of humor. Could be my autism. It could just be my personality. Um, so I'm sorry about understanding your humor, but yeah, that's a goal. Put that down as a goal. As you can see, I'm making more goals. This makes me feel better because I'm organizing my thoughts and figuring out what I need to do. Uh, so make more videos. But what's going to set me apart from other rappers is I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to keep working on myself. Um, I know it's going to be a long road. Um, it'll take years. It will realistically take years to do it. Eminem, like for instance, Eminem, he took 10 years to get on his craft. Um, before he got noticed, before he got signed up, it took 10 years of practice. You know, 10 years of hard work to go from discovering rap at age 15 to getting noticed at age 25 at the Rap Olympics. That's 10 years of hard work in order to become a good rapper. So with me, see, I don't think he didn't have as much information available as I do now, though. You know, YouTube wasn't around back then. Believe it or not, even the internet wasn't even around when he was a kid. The internet wasn't even around, believe it or not. There was no internet, at least there was in the military, but for civilians, the internet wasn't even launched until 1993 for civilians. So when he was a kid, there wasn't even the internet, you know. So he didn't really have any formal guidance. He didn't really have any training on how to rap. He had to figure it out himself. So me, I have the advantage of actually being able to look up how to rap. I can look up terms, I can look up information, I can look up methods, I can look up how to practice. I have this as an advantage. So I've got a head start, I've got a jump on what he had. So will it take me 10 years? If I'm serious, probably not, because I have a head start. Because I have, even though I'm starting from the same place he started, I have a lot of head start because of all the resources I have. So it's not going to take me 10 years to really be a good rapper. That being said, it could still take 3 to 5. So I'd really like it. I'd really be glad if you follow me on my journey because realistically, it could take 3 to 5 years to get to where I want to be. I've never been in the military. But it could take 3 to 5 years to really get good rapping to the point where I want to be. And then it's kind of like, think of it this way. No, I don't. I need to get good at freestyling before I can rap. There are some videos on this channel called How to Rap, which I need to go through. I'm going through them one at a time, taking notes slowly. They they are really good, and you just pay attention to them. So that's what I'm studying. I actually have notepad stuff. I'm writing down ideas. Um, they're not really raps; they're just ideas. But the thing, something David Goggins said that applies to Eminem right now and to like other rappers that you see is they get to a point in their career where they're at the height and then like they're at their height and then they retire, and then they're like, people are like, what happened? It's because they went soft. Dave Goggins talked about that. Um, they just stopped grinding. They stopped working hard. That's what happened. That's what's happened to Eminem. That's not why he's not. That's why he's not as good as he used to be, because he stopped pushing himself. He stopped working hard. He got soft. So that's what happened. Why he's not as good as he used to be. So I need to keep in mind that's what's going on, so that I have to keep going. I have to keep pushing myself and not go soft. Not retire. I have to keep going. You know, just not not give up, not go soft, not stop grinding. Because if I do, I'll end up like everyone else. Professionals, athletes, everyone. They they just grow weak in their art. So that's what I have to do. That's something I have to remember. David Goggins said, "You grow weak." So I have to remember not to do that. No, I have not thought about Robin. Uh, no, I don't think so. I don't think you have to go to jail. You realize Eminem's like 50 years old now, so it's like you really want me to get in a fist fight with a 50-year-old? No. Check something here. I'm just checking something on YouTube, make sure I'm still monetized for this. Uh, I'm just checking something here. So what else is there? Okay. Well, I would assume if I went to jail, I got caught. I'm bringing up YouTube Studio, so bear with me just to check this. I told my 5'9". I'm hoping I'm just under 5'9". Um, I really hope once I get my chiropractic work done, I'll be a little bit taller. Be 5'9", 5'10". Hopefully, once I get the chiropractic done, um, scoliosis taken care of, whatnot. All right, see ya. Pretend story times. But I'm just under 5'9". I'm like between 5'8" and 5'9". And like I said, though, I got some slight scoliosis. Got some back curvature problems, so I'm hoping I can get that to 5'9" once I am able to work out the chiropractic work, which I believe Medicaid will cover. So I need to work on that. I think I can get Medicaid covering it. Yes, I would believe it, Vagabond. There are quite a few people taller than me. I've even run into a few girls that were taller than me, few women. So yeah, there are quite a few people taller than me. In fact, in the Netherlands, the average height's like 6 feet for men, so that's the average. So yeah, there are a lot of people taller than me. Okay. Actually, that's something I should write down as a goal. Chiropractic. Something I should write down as a goal. Chiropractic. chiropractic. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of goals. Like this is just a lot of stuff. But it's every time I think of something, I put it down. And I realize I'm going to do one at a time. But this is this is motivation because I can't go to one goal until I finish another. So this is motivation to keep going. Yes, there's a goal that we should keep. So if everything I'm saying is literal, wouldn't that mean we should keep talking forever to reach an understanding? Think about it. I don't really know. Um, I don't think so because autistic people can be very literal, and we tend to understand each other. So I don't really think so. Um, I think it's really a difference between like neurotypical and autistic people. Autistic people can be very literal and understand each other. So if neurotypical people can't understand literal, I guess I guess they may not understand that, but at the same time, Vagabond, I'm so set up. I'm so used to people trolling me. It's gotten blended in my head, so I'm trying to like. It's very hard to distinguish it for me. Um, some of it's confusion with how much I have to focus in my head and sort out. Something to really work on. Uh, but a lot of it is just trying to keep track of everything that's going on, which is something I'm really working on. Trying to remember each individual that's on here because I will get, like I said, I've got 1,200 fans, and I'm trying to remember each one individually. So it takes a lot of work. Oh, thank you for understanding. But yeah, I'm really trying to remember my individual fans, remember each one. Um, so if you think about it, that's a lot of people. It's a lot of people for neurotypical people, but not just that. It's also harder for someone with autism because it's hard for people with autism to um, remember people. And there's a big reason why. Because neurotypical people, for the most part, feel some kind of connection with people a lot of the time. And because of that, neurotypical people are more likely to remember people and remember names and that kind of thing and faces. Autistic people, for the most part, don't naturally have that inclination to be drawn to people. We're not as social. Um, we're not as social by nature. We don't have the same sense of human connection to the degree neurotypical people do. So, in order to remember people, it either has to be a very strong connection or very intense interaction, good or bad, or we have to. Here's something I'm really working on. This is what I'm working on to cause me to remember that people. It's something I read about in a book called Ageless Memory. When you finish that, I have wrong with not finishing books called Ageless Memory. I have to artificially create a strong desire to remember each and every person. It's not natural. It's not natural. So I have to trick my mind into caring about remembering each individual, which I do, but I have to subconsciously care. Yeah, I've been clean shaven, and that's creep people out, so it's no problem. So I have to consciously change my subconscious into caring about remembering each individual. And the only way I can do that is remember over and over again until it gets ingrained into my brain. So, yeah, that's just something I'm working on. Actually, that's something I need to work on. or something. Open there. Remember. Remember all my fans. So that's going to be. Or actually indicate that's important. That's a goal I want to get to. Because that is going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of rewiring in my brain. So, yeah, that'll take a lot of time, a lot of work. Yeah, so that's something I need to work on. Hey, Astro. But yeah, remembering all my fans, gotta rewire my brain to do that. So, what else is there? But yeah, these live streams are kind of talk therapy for me. Talking through some of my problems, talking about like not just my problems, but like my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, things I want to do, things I'm struggling with, things that like how do I do this? How do I not do that? So this is a lot of that. It's like how do I get to where I want to be? Like what's not working? This is me talking out like what's not working, what is. So this is kind of a talk therapy live stream. Um, so yep, these are all goals I'm gonna work on. Actually, might have to get another white what do they call these? Dry erase boards. I have to get another dry erase board maybe, and just start writing down goals for that. But yeah, I'm putting asterisks by things that are important. Things I need to focus on, not exactly get to any time specifically. I don't need to put a specific time frame as of right now, but I just need to pay attention to them and incorporate them when I'm able to. Yes, I am. A lot of it, a lot of what's happening to me is something I've learned is I have to do. It's been a lot of figuring out what works for me, what doesn't. Um, a lot of times I'll get manic and excited. That's been the biggest problem for me, taking on too much at once and getting manic. So I have to figure out how to be sustainable and control my mania where I don't get too much at once. So a lot of this challenge has been to right here work on my bipolar disorder with the mania, get that under control so I can actually sustain these goals. Plus, I wasn't really doing these live streams like every day while I was doing the knee push-ups, so I wasn't really figuring out what wasn't working. But biggest recent triumph probably spending so much time cleaning on my own, going on my way to clean without anyone telling me I needed to clean, without eviction or inspections or anything hanging over my head. Those were the biggest. Those were the biggest achievements recently. Also, getting just to clean out my car and stuff. That was a big achievement. So, those were the biggest achievements recently, and they may seem like normal achievements for anyone. Um, but where I was with the autism I have, and where I was, those are really big achievements for me. So those are the fact that I was actually going on my way to clean uh, and keep clean. Those were the biggest. Those are big. Those are big triumphs for me. So you've got disabilities, you've got your own problems. So those are one of my problems. That's a big That is a big victory for me. The weird thing is, it didn't feel good. It felt, I felt anxiety, because honestly, there's a lot of empty space, um, like right there with Ez. Can't see it, but there's like a big space now. There's like a lot of empty space, and it gave me anxiety because it feels like something's wrong, something's different. Because it's got so much empty space, it's different. It feels like something's wrong. It actually gave me anxiety. I have to get used to this new norm. So, um, yeah, I don't think I should. But I know my mother sold this old Marvel thing I had that was going to go to the Goodwill. She sold it for $2 to this little girl. So it's like she had it at her house, gonna take it to Goodwill. She had it outside or something, and this little girl wanted to buy it. And my mom gave it to her for $2. So I got $2 for it. I have to be very careful with swearing because I can get demonetized real quick. Um, so probably not in live streams. In individual videos I might do swear words, light swearing, um, but I won't probably won't do them too much in live streams because I can get demonetized really quickly. So yeah, what exactly is a diss? I've heard that before. I'm not exactly what sure what a diss is. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I mean, is it like where you criticize someone for doing something wrong? Is that what this is? Because if that is, I can do one of those on my school so easy. I can do so many in my school, in my high school, in my middle school, in my elementary school. I can do so many of those so easy. I mean, does it have to be a person? Can it be a school? I mean, it could be. I would do it in my school. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that actually in the freestyle, but actually, like I was saying, the 3 to 5 years freestyling. Because when I look at the YouTube score freestyle or for the beats on the YouTube uh, audio selection on YouTube Studio. Thank you. So on the YouTube Studio for the audio selection, there are like I think over 1,000 beats you can use. So there are like 1,000 beats you can use. So some of them are happy, some of them inspirational, and whatnot. I have to really learn how to adapt to each different beat as it comes up. So that will be something I need to figure out how to adapt like in the moment too. But I want to actually be so good at live stream or not live stream. I want to be so good at freestyle that it will sound like I have a pre-written song, like a pre-written song before as I'm freestyling. I don't know, maybe YouTube rappers, maybe eventually. But basically, what I mean by that is, from what I understand, um, I want to do something crazy. I want to be able to think of a word and then think of a rhyme after that and make references on the fly, just like right after those words. Like, I won't say it completely because it's vulgar, but in Eminem Shake That, he says, "I'm a mess, a dentist, an oral hygienist," and then he makes some references after that which are vulgar, so I can't really say it. But yeah, I want to be able to do that rhyme scheme in the moment, um, for just freestyling. I also want to be able to just think of multis at will, and it's called assonance, where you just make rhymes that sound alike. Or well, what do you mean by first video? Because I've got YouTube videos, so I don't know what you mean by first video. Because I don't really know how to do a music video. Well, when I'll probably get to him eventually on how to rap. But like I say, I got to slowly go through 7 years of videos on how to rap. 7 years of how to rap. So, but yeah, I got really. There are a lot of steps to go through, and I have to, as I'm freestyling, um, probably the best way. This is probably gonna be the best way for me to learn these skills is every day that I go in to these live streams, because I will do what I can um, to once I get started in September with freestyling, because I'm planning to do these live streams every day right now. I was talking to be able to just talk and keep going and think on the fly, just keep talking and keep think of something to say. I will do this as training to be able to freestyle about anything, not have to. This is crazy, but I won't be like other freestylers where after a while I won't have to look around random things. I will actually have things from in my head written down, ideas that come to me. This will be something that sets me apart from other freestylers. I won't have to look around. I'll just come up with ideas, things to rap about, as if I'm talking about stories in my life. I will be able to rhyme a word with a word I came before, but instead of thinking about the second word, I just think of a word and then come with a rhyme. Um, Stack multis or multi-syllable rhymes when I want to. Use assonance when I want to, where you see that a lot, and lose yourself on Eminem. I want to be able to do all this just freestyling, so it'll sound like I'm writing songs as I'm doing this. I'll be able to create hooks as I'm freestyling. I believe I can do this. Like I said, it may take 3 to 5 years of actually practicing it, but I believe I can. Uh, like I said, voice is important too. I didn't say that, but okay. So vagabond, um, that comes with confidence. You don't work on, you find your own voice. And he does have a video and voice, which I'm going to get to. I'm going to come across there eventually. I did see that one time. I'm going to get to that and take notes. I'm going to come across this way he talks about voice. Um, but yeah, I'm just going to have to go through those videos and practice each one as I freestyle, as I freestyle on camera. Well, probably would have. I'm not sure. I don't know much about what happened to him in the end, because that was a long time ago. But I'm guessing what happened then is something, a book of mine. I can't remember which book. I think it's a book called There's either a book called In Sickness or and in Power or A Beautiful Madness or something like that. I think it's In Sickness and in Power. No, I think it was A Beautiful Madness. It was one of those two books where it talked about uh, uh, the vengeance. The God's vengeance. I can't remember what it is. There's the God's vengeance syndrome. Um, I can't remember what it is, but it was the God's vengeance syndrome. Great God's vengeance syndrome. I can't remember nihilism or something. I can't remember who it was, but um, it's a. It was called a sin. The author wrote about it, where someone becomes so powerful and so strong, they suffer the delusion that they can't fall, and that causes them to fall. It causes them to, because they get so comfortable with where they are and they don't think anything bad can happen. They're not prepared for something bad happening, and then they fall because they're not prepared for something bad happening, and they just fall because they weren't looking out for it. That's probably what happened to Eminem, if that's what you're referring to. But it's basically the English aphorism: "Pride comes before the fall." They would have gotten too big of themselves. A lot of stars do this. Um, you get too big for yourself, and you think you're great. And when you think you're great, you just get cocky and you stop criticizing yourself, stop working on yourself. When that happens, you make mistakes and then you just fall because you weren't prepared. You weren't prepared for what's going to fall. Yes, and I do need to work on my speech, which is part of what I'm working on in these live streams. Is actually speaking more clearly, um, speaking the words I mean to say. So that's something I'm working on. These live streams, as I'm talking, is actually training for rapping. So I'm training right now. Yeah, no. Not at the moment. Not at the moment, buddy boy. I'm going to do it. I gotta do it starting September 1st. I've gotta start jumping off the jumping onto the monkey bars. Or jumping off the monkey bars. Um, Basically, what I mean by that is the biggest thing that helps me be able to do things if I just get as prepared as I can and jump off it, jump into it, and do something, and do it over and over and over again. So, why not now? Because I'm a little spent. I'm getting pretty spent on what I can do. I already tried rapping earlier, so I'm getting pretty spent. So I can't really do it right now. Just worn out. Like I said, September is when I'm really gonna focus on it. Right now, I'm preparing again my mindset, preparing myself mentally, uh, getting the battle and the mindset of just because it's a battle with my mind. My mind is a battlefield, and I have to get control over it. So that's not right. Why right now? Because my mind is just at war, and I have to get control. No, that's why I need to get hard. That's why I need to go hard. I'm harder than I was, but I really need to like because right now I'm having trouble with PTSD today. So this is something I'm struggling with. This is something I really need to battle. I'm battling myself. So I'm preparing myself. I'm getting everything I can ready for September. So that's basically what I'm doing now. I'm getting things ready, getting myself motivated, getting myself motivated for myself. But but yeah, this is training. These live streams are training. They keep me talking, keep me thinking about what I'm gonna say. Anything else I can really think of? So goals. Read. In love. So many Big Chin is commenting on these a lot. Yes, reggae. I'm actually gonna have to remember to put that book back. I have to remember to put that book back so I can just put it back there so it doesn't stay out of place. I really got so much I gotta do. There's something I gotta do. I gotta be observant. Be observant. So this is what's going to help me a lot with keeping my apartment together, looking for problems I'm making, where I can improve, being observant of what's going on with my mental state, any kind of errors I'm making with social interactions. It's a big thing. Being observant. So also indicate my chat too, how my chat's working. Interactions with my chat, so that's something I need to work on. It will help me a lot in life is if I can be observant. I do. I just, like I said, I'm not in the right mindset today to really do much. It's been a rough day today. Like I said, I just got to get in the right mindset. It's a handlebar mustache, but yeah, it's been a battle today. But at the same time, the battle I had today was not as impactful as battles I've had in the past. The guy that was actually able to do this live stream, whereas in the past I wouldn't have been able to. I know a lot of people say it's easy to, like, I know this is going to be a sad note, but it's something I can really talk about. From the something I really talk about from it seems freestyles. Something I really talk about in freestyles. Not so good at the salad challenge, unfortunately. Like I said, these videos where I fail, I keep them up intentionally to show people I failed and I'm still working on myself. So that's why I'm keeping these videos where I failed up. These videos where I failed, I'm keeping them up to show people I failed, but I'm not giving up on myself. So that's the thing, Big Chin. Way I can maybe start the salad challenge again. I know. Yeah. It's really hard. People don't really understand that being autistic made me a really big target, even in the workplace, for bullying. People say it's a lot different now, the younger generation of schools, but it just seems so. The word I use is inconceivable. The word I use is inconceivable because it was so messed up. And it was messed up before then and messed up before then, so it just didn't seem like it could just change, Especially with even where the law was when I was a kid, and the scenes are still going on, even when the law was the way it was. It's like, what? You know what I mean? How could it really be so different in one generation? When it wasn't that different generation after generation. So, yeah. There we go. Atkins shakes. Yeah, that's true. But I'm not almost unemployed. That's true. Um, no, bullying is not a normal part of capitalism. I don't know if you should be happy with the small stuff, honestly. Because if you're too happy, you're too complacent, you don't reach for bettering yourself. I've got to reach for bettering myself, and that would only be if I have big goals. I have to push myself to go big. That's the only way you improve is have a mountain to climb. But the thing is most people, like, if they go to a mountain to climb, it's like either they give up to where they can't climb the mountain, or no, I don't. But most people, when they get to the mountain, like, see, they've got a goal that's a mountain. They go to the mountain, and either they don't make it to the goal, to the summit, because it's so big they don't have the willpower to see it through. But the people who do go to the goal, to that summit, then they see that and they're like, oh, okay, I'm done. I don't have to do anything else. What people don't understand is after that summit comes another summit and another summit. There's another goal to go to. You know, like, you gotta keep going. Yeah, keep going to the next goal, to the next goal, to the next goal. That's something you gotta do in life. Is you gotta keep going up, up, up. That's the only way you succeed. You have to keep push yourself to go bigger, 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 big, harder, get stronger. Not really. Um, the reason why is, let's say I do get money. Let's say I do get money. I can provide for myself. At the same time, if I do get money, I can invest those resources in people where, like, I can spend time helping people to get skills they need to advance themselves. Um, I could help people who I could work on getting people education. I could work on my videos for helping people learn. I could dedicate time to helping people with English or other languages. If I have more money, I could quit my regular job, get YouTube, and I can get a lot of free time allocated to helping people. I can also invest in, like, giving money to local businesses to help them out. I can help invest and help local businesses. So in getting more money, I can actually help people. That's the thing. So it's not just about, like, getting a big pile of cash in a bank account. It's like actually allocating that cash out to help other people. But it's kind of like I'm not just. It's like it's a big goal, and it's like it's just how that have to happen. It's like if I want to help people, I have to help myself. So I have to get that money for myself, that sack of cash. But instead of it just gonna sit in a bank vault, I'm actually gonna put some of it out there into the community. I'm going to invest in businesses, local businesses, and not necessarily think I'm going to get the money back anytime soon, but just pretty much maybe just give them the money to help them out and help them have a chance to really support themselves. So it's not just about me, it's actually about getting people to go and having other people be able to make their dreams happen. Maybe they got kids that have to take care of them, go to school, um, and also just invest my time into helping people learn English or other languages like once they get better. So well, how much exactly? I don't know how much exactly I would need. The thing is, the more money I have, the more realistic that I can invest in other people. Well, You gotta work hard to advance. You gotta work hard. You gotta work hard. You gotta be willing to do a lot of stuff. Like right now, I'm taking a bit of a risk with YouTube. YouTube is not um, a good platform for making money unless you get big, and it's very hard to get big. It is. YouTube will favor in their algorithms established channels. They won't give you very much chance. So YouTube is not very good. A good way to make money if you're just starting out these days. So yeah, you gotta. I'm taking a risk on YouTube right now. So I've got I'm making a big risk on YouTube. Instead of working a second part-time job, but I'm putting what I can into it. That's the thing. Well, the problem with school is I was going to a school where I would have to lie. I'd have to believe in political doctrine to pass the class. In fact, I was even told by the sociologist I had to engage in hate speech as the final assessment. So I'm not going back to college because I would have to engage in hate speech. And I'm not going to do that. So, let's talk about. Okay, well, that was a bit serious. Trolled. I don't want to talk about trolling Jerome ASF earlier. Wish people would give me a see ya in chat from time to time. People let me know they're going or coming. I'd rather not get into it. Because I can't really do it at risk of being demonetized. I just couldn't do it. But I would have to be allowed. I would have to engage in it, unfortunately. But it was political and stuff, so I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't want to do it, so I just dropped out. No, I have PTSD was bad today, so I didn't have the energy to really go through much upkeep. So, yeah. Believe me, I've been hit with reality a lot. Realizing being autistic, I'm a target for bullying. That was a big hit for reality. Realizing that being autistic, I'm not attractive to women because of that. You know, that was a real big dose of reality. Realizing that unless I lose the weight or get really wealthy, I'm not going to attract very many women. That was a reality check. So I've had a lot of reality checks, which were hard, honestly. Yeah, so as far as reality, I'm actually working. I do know the reality. I do know the reality, and I've actually done research on reality. So I know it's going to happen somewhat. I realize even then I know I have to be prepared for a lot of stuff happening that I don't know is going to happen. I have to be prepared for accepting things that's not going to happen. So I don't know what's going on with this live stream. All right, there we go. I'm back. I think I figured out. Sometimes I have to switch around the setup here, but yeah, sometimes it does that. I get bad internet sometimes. I get bad internet sometimes. I have to set it back up. But I'm setting myself up mentally for what I have to do. Like I've got to be able to go days without sleep, if necessary. I've got to be able to go days without eating, if necessary. I got to be able to do that. Be mentally prepared to do that. I've got to be mentally prepared to constantly be working. I may have to do 100-hour work weeks. I've got to push myself to work harder and harder and harder. So, yeah. That's basically what I got to do. I got to work myself to the bone. And then further. Because if you're actually working hard, if you are actually gonna make it, you have to be willing to give everything you've got. Yes, that's why I'm making myself stronger. I am limited. That's why I'm working on my limits. This is why I'm making myself stronger. Slowly, by beating myself over and over again, making myself stronger. That's why I'm working on it. Actively work on myself, picking myself up every time I stumble. Every time I fall, get back up stronger. Because life knocks you into the ground a lot. Life will kick you down over and over again, especially when you're at the best. When you're feeling your best, life has a way of kicking you down. I don't know how to put it other than it's almost like it's a sadist. But even when you feel your best, life has a tendency to just kick you down, beat you to the ground, and most people will just stay down there and stay in the dirt. But what I'm learning to do is get back up right away. Yes, well, except for my Dakimakura. I live with my Dakimakura. That's my imaginary girlfriend. Other than that, I'm alone. But yeah, that's what I'm learning to do. And it's as soon as I get knocked down by PTSD or by depression, as soon as I get knocked down, get myself back up right away. Um, yeah, that would work. Actually, I could do that in my freestyles too, because they're actually inspirational track beats. So I can do that during the track beats there. So yeah. But why I'm doing this as an inspirational speaker, as far as that goes, I'm just really learning these things on my own. I'm learning these things on my own because I got to pick myself up and do them again. I could rap about autism, yeah. People have rapped about autism. But yeah, I could easily rap about autism and struggles and stuff like that. But yeah. In fact, I'm planning to eventually write a chill rap about autism, um, about the struggles I've gone through with autism. I'm going to work on writing a chill rap about that. So a chill beat. Yeah, that's true. Especially if I lose the weight. I want to say this real quick. Back to what I was saying about jumping into things. What I mean by that, this is an interesting thing about me from a story. This little story about my life, which has actually helped me out so many times. It's helped me prepare myself. I use the same method. I've used it throughout my life a lot. I use it right now too. what it was is when I was in elementary school, and even today, I have something called acrophobia, which is a fear of heights. ASML, ASML, and I saved my life. ASML. But ever since I was little, I've had a fear of heights. It's called acrophobia. So when I was very young, I had to make the decision of, okay, either I control this or it controls me. I had to come to that realization. I had to accept that. Either I control this fear or it controls me. And on the playground at Arlington Elementary School, there was play equipment where there were some monkey bars, called monkey bars. You go like this on them. No anime is not holy. In fact, it can be very unholy. Of it is. But there were monkey bars. You can go like this. But it was actually connected to a big area, the main area of the main piece of equipment. And there was like a ledge on the edge, ledge that kind of attached to the monkey bars. So it was like the monkey bars going off this edge. And because I was afraid of heights, I would go to that ledge, and the ledge was barely anything off the ground. It was barely anything off the ground. But I would just go to that ledge during recess, and I would just look over the ledge and psych myself up. I just psych myself up, and then when I got the courage, jump off the ledge. Just jump off the ledge and land on my feet on the ground in the mulch. And then after I did that, I go around, get back to that, go through the equipment, get back to the ledge, and do it again. And I would do that over and over, day after day, until I could pretty much just do it. I'd hesitate a little bit, but I could just do it. I could do it with barely effort. And that's the same mentality I've had so many times with doing so much. Is I just imagine myself jumping. It's just a mental image of me jumping onto something, jumping forward. That is basically what's helped me so much. Is because when I was in elementary school, I did that thing where I would jump off uh, the ledge of some playground equipment at the monkey bars, where I would just jump off and jump off. And it would help me land a mulch. I haven't weighed myself. Honestly, I haven't weighed myself. One thing I know is my belt is one notch tighter now than it was a bit ago, so that's nice. Probably gonna go for a 2-hour live stream today. Oh yeah, someone said earlier about organizing my life. I actually got right where was it? It's on here somewhere. It's somewhere on here. Scheduling. I've got it going here written down somewhere for scheduling. Organization is part of it, but also scheduling is over here somewhere. But I've got scheduling on here for just making a schedule. But yeah, I actually do need to make a schedule and stuff. So yeah, I gotta do that for scheduling apartments and stuff. That's something that you gotta do to become a success, whether you like it or not. You gotta make schedules and stuff. But something I really need to do is when I'm preparing for freestyles is Eminem called it stacking ammo. And when you stack ammo, what he means for that is he's writing down ideas for rhymes, ideas for songs, random ideas. All the time he would write down ideas on papers wherever he went. He just collect scraps of paper everywhere. and they just have a box, scraps of paper, and I need to do that for freestyling. I need to have ideas written down, like things that have happened in my life, things to rap about. Um, so, like for instance, here's something that I could really talk about in a story is when when I worked at a pizza place. Um, there's this, they were listening to some guys there were listening to this song. I don't know who sings it, but it's called "Dysfunctional." And in the song, um, the artist mentions the medication Depakote. Mentions Depakote. So they're listening to it. And I'm like, I said, I'm on Depakote, and the one guy's like, "Are you gonna be okay?" It's like that's not exactly a horrible medication to be on, you know. So that kind of shows a lack of knowledge of mental illness. It's like just because one guy's talking about it, it's like. But I could write a rap about that, mention that in a rap. Uh, Not knowing about mental illness, but right there, that's an idea. I actually wrote that down there, and I actually have a right over there on the counter. I've got a notebook, a spiral notebook of ideas. That's actually written in there. It's over there on the counter. Just let me get it real quick before I. Yeah, that'll be a good note to leave it off on. I won't show you everything. Okay, it wasn't Spiral Notebook. The Spiral Notebook is somewhere else. Spiral Notebook is where I use, where I keep the how to rap video notes written down. That's what that's in. Uh, this right here is a composition book. You can get these at like the dollar store, basically. You can get, it doesn't matter where you get them. It's just paper. But I've written down some ideas in here. Just ideas from uh, basically um, like stuff that's going on in school, stuff that happened at work. These are ideas of things that have happened um, that I can rap about and mention raps. I can do that, but that's not really hardships from that. I think it's more bullying and just people mishandle that, and also people having trouble understanding mental illness. Um, and right here, like in the middle, I've actually got here a little rough verse. I'm not gonna say it because it would be spoiling too much. But it's about trying to find something that uses assonance for ugly because I think about being ugly a lot, and I would use it in my freestyles a lot because it's something that really I think about a lot. I do a lot, run a lot. Something I've come to accept is true about myself. So when you rap, you're talking about things. So if I'm freestyling, I'm going to try to write songs that's a freestyle, basically. Just come up with whole songs. I'm going to come up with a lot, talking about ugly a lot. I will. I will grapple with that. But I'm going to talk about the feeling of being ugly a lot. So I'm going to have to come up with a lot of rhymes and a lot of half rhymes to go with ugly. You know, how can I incorporate ugly over and over and over again? Besides something like ugly, like what rhymes with ugly? You know, I've got a few ideas. I don't want to spoil them, but I have to figure out what do I incorporate ugly with over and over again. Because if I do the same thing over and over again, it will get monotonous and boring. So I just have to do that. And probably sometime in the future, I'll get a small dictionary and start reading it. That's a good note to leave the live stream on. Um, put this book away, put my phone on charge, put this back away, watch some anime, and then get ready to clean my apartment a little bit. And take something big out of my car and bring it in here to work on cleaning out my car. So that'll be it for tonight. Thank you all for watching. This was a good training for me. Getting ready to freestyle and be able to just talk and not run out of topics to talk about. Like I said, I got to write down a lot of notes. This is all training. So use everything you can to train. That's what's going to make you great. To train as much as you can. Use every opportunity you can to train. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, see you guys.